Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of Sagittarius placements in your chart. I always like to use the example that I have about 5 placements in Sagittarius, I think 4 or 5. So sometimes I will, look at readings based upon that because it kind of rules and dominates my chart a little bit. You can always find out your information for your chart for free at cafeastrology.com by inputting your birth date, time and place or location. And it'll pull up everything including your natal houses, which is also pretty good to know because sometimes looking at your 5th or 7th house can talk to you a lot about relationships, maybe even your Juno, since Juno does rule marriage and soulmates. Or your Venus. What else do I need to say? I'm already like in space cadet mode. But yeah, sorry I wasn't around for January. Blah, blah, blah. A lot of shit going on. Blah, blah, blah. It was just a time to keep to myself because I feel like January was just intense and there was a lot going on. I feel like there was a lot going on for people around me as well. Just a very intense month energetically overall. And now, as I'm recording this, we are in Mercury in retrograde in Pisces, which, definitely pay attention to your intuition at this time because with Mercury being retrograde in Pisces, that means that communication can be very vague. You don't know the whole story, you're not getting everything, but I do also feel like it's going to be a time where a lot of things have the ability to be revealed to you at this time that were hidden. So keep that in mind as well, and just go with the flow, man. Mercury in retrograde does not have to be an absolute train wreck. It really is about how you approach what it is that happens to you during this time. It really is a matter of perspective. So don't totally let it derail you. Just go with it. Roll with the punches. Take time to reflect and think on things before you make decisions, and just you'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Don't jump the gun. Trust yourself. And now we can get started. I'm going to be using the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck, which is absolutely beautiful. I just got it. The After Tarot. The final cards I'm going to pull are going to be from the Deck of Character, which is an awesome deck. And then for the beginning, I'm going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle. Don't know why I haven't used it for any of the other videos except for Scorpio, and I just feel a need to pull them out tonight. That's an interesting card. We'll see if it comes out again. So yeah, I'll get started. Let's see what's... Okay. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of February, please. And of course, you guys pulled 3. You have Mountain, Stuck in the Mud. Actually, you have 4. Into the Unknown, and Metamorphosis. So you definitely could have surmounted some challenges or could be doing that this month. I also feel like there's a part of you that does feel stuck because what you're treading into, it's almost like you can't see the outcome. But there's great change taking place with this. I mean, fabulous change taking place with this. I feel like what you once knew is no longer going to be the same as what it was, which I do feel is a very positive thing for you. If you do feel stuck, just take your time right now. Don't force it. I feel like forcing it almost makes it worse, right? It almost causes you to sink or get even more stuck or submerged faster. And with that, we'll get started. Okay. Yeah, 8 of Swords. You might feel stuck. What's going on with Sagittarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of February. I wanted to say December for some reason. How strange. What is going on with you guys? You got the 10 of Cups for you, your overall focus, the question at hand. Maybe it's, I'm curious if you can have a happy ending in something. Maybe that's why you're feeling stuck here. Ah, yeah. Okay. So your block is going to be the Three of Swords and the Two of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're actually wondering if there can be a happy ending here, because there has been some pain. And I honestly think there's either a part of you that has made a choice to try to get a big picture perspective, but it almost feels like too, it's like you haven't, it's quite possible you have made a choice, but I just don't know. With that being your block, maybe the question is if you want this happy ending, I think you're going to have to make a choice to either get over pains of the past or get over what has happened in the past in order to have a happy outcome in this. Show me what's happening for Sagittarius. You got Five of Pentacles in your subconscious with Justice in reverse. You could be dealing with some form of an abandonment issue here. Or maybe feeling as if justice never rules in your favor, right? The scales never really get balanced out, but they do. I'm going to say that right here, right now. Or maybe you feel like in this situation in particular that hasn't happened yet. You know, maybe you still feel a little disconnected, still feel a little left out in the cold. What's happened in the past here for Sagittarius, please? Three of Wands, you might have been waiting. In the past, you just felt like you were constantly waiting for something. Maybe you were waiting for this happy outcome or this happy ending, or for justice to rule in your favor. What's in their conscious forefront mind or their higher self? King of Swords, this might be an individual, so it could be an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I don't know what I was about to say, but it was not Gemini. Oh, could be a little bit of Pisces in there too with the moon, or Cancer as well, maybe even Scorpio. I think there's a part of you too that's trying to really become comfortable with uncertainty. It's also possible too that you might be cutting through some illusions, or you might actually be getting clarity at this time. A part of me wants to say, you know. I think you see quite clearly, actually. There's almost this ability here that I think when you're in your higher aspect, when you're not clouded, you see very, very clearly through things. Possibly can also see through people. What's happening for Sagittarius in the near future? We have the Fool. So either you could be taking a leap of faith towards someone, or somebody could be taking a leap of faith towards you. Nine of Wands. There might be this need to maybe take down the defenses a little bit. Or maybe this person is taking their walls down as well to come towards you. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, so there's a change. There's a change happening. The Wheel of Fortune can also be about fate, destiny, things that are kind of out of our hands, and it's all about the right timing. And I do feel like the time is right, or the time will be right soon. What's happening emotionally? What's happening? What's happening? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to wait. What's happening emotionally for Sagittarius here, please? What is happening in their emotional sector for the month of February? Six of Cups, this could be nostalgia, reminiscing, perfect for a Mercury retrograde. I think it also could be about reconnecting with somebody, or you're thinking about this. We have the Chariot. Yeah, so there could be a lot of forward movement, maybe even a visitation from someone, or you're thinking about this, or how it's either going to happen, or you're thinking about how you're going to be doing that. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. There's also some security here in this. Like I was saying, I feel like there's just a part of you that knows something and you're very secure in your knowing. It doesn't matter what's being shown to you. You can see straight through it. It's very interesting. What's happening around Sagittarius? We have the Nine of Swords. Somebody could be consumed in worry, anxiety, overwhelm. Seven of Wands. Because of this, they could be very defensive, feeling the need to maybe fight off communication. Maybe communication is making them feel more overwhelmed. Ah, okay. Actually, that was way too many. I can't take all that. Let's see. Yeah, the Tower. They've got some shit going on. Something might have come to an end unexpectedly for them. It was something that they did not see coming. And it's kind of a free fall here of their foundation. Everything they once knew might be changing right now. And there's a lot of uncertainty looming in their personal future. And maybe what's happening with them does affect you in some way. Because I find it very interesting with the first cards that I pulled out of the Enchanted Map, it didn't feel like your energy. It really didn't. So I'm wondering if that would have been the person that you're connected to. Or the situation, or whatever it is. Yeah, this person's really trying to figure out what's going on, because right now they do not feel successful. With the artist here, they might be a literal artist, but also I feel like they're having to... Part of me feels like they don't necessarily understand this, and maybe they don't see this right now, but I feel like they created this. Whatever's happening to them in their environment, they created this through whatever they were dreaming of. Maybe they were dreaming of a big change in their life. Maybe they were asking or requesting something specific. And now it's kind of happening to them. It really is almost as if they created this situation or this scenario. What's in Sagittarius' hopes and fears here? We have the Seven of Cups. I think one of your fears here is the fact that there could be a lot of uncertainty. Maybe on this other person's end, or maybe you don't quite know what's going to happen yet, even though you do. Ace of Wands here. Maybe you're worried that this person has other options or other people in their life. Yeah, because I don't think you want to be a part of the competition. Five of Wands. Competition isn't your style. I think also, too, there's this element here of, like, with hopes and fears in this scenario. This is going to be very strange to say this. Maybe their fear of what is happening to them is somehow affecting you. Like maybe it's causing you to be fearful about very similar things. Maybe not this thing specifically, but I feel like it's bringing up some issues in you as well. What's in the far-reaching outcome or the advice for Sagittarius? Ace of Pentacles. I do think there's going to be an offer here of a new beginning of some sort. Ugh. Three of Cups. This could be about getting together, but it is a celebratory card. It is about coming together and doing something. Something that brings you joy and satisfaction emotionally. Eight of Pentacles. Working together, possibly. Working on something. Maybe you've done this a couple of times, because the Eight of Pentacles also is about repeating a cycle. Five of Swords in reverse, really putting the swords down. Like I said, I do feel like you're going to have to let go of things that happened in the past in order to get a happy outcome. Because if you don't, there's going to be this Eight of Swords here where one of you or both of you could feel trapped. Final message, please. We have the Sun and Judgment. That's two beautiful cards to end on. We have Queen of Wands under that too, so I do think that the final judgment's going to be made in your favor. I feel like I need to pull one more. Strength. Yeah. Don't worry about this. You've got this. I do think you're going to have some communication coming in very, very soon. If you're worried about being the chosen one in a certain circumstance, whether it's a relationship, whether it's winning an argument, whether it's getting that position, whatever that may be that's going to reflect whatever dream it is that you're having about what your happy ending means for you, you've got it. And I think you know this. And I think that it's something where it's like, there's some stuff coming up for you to be healed just as much as there is for this other situation or the people within the situation. It's like there's stuff coming to the surface to really be addressed here, and maybe it was stuff that's been hidden from sight for a really long time. I don't think it's been hidden from, like, the intuitive aspect, though. I think that this event, whatever these fated events are, they're kind of setting stuff in motion. Because change does need to happen with that metamorphosis card in the beginning, even though we haven't had death come up yet. I feel like death is going to come up. Clarify the Ten of Cups for me, please, for Sagittarius. Two of Cups. So yeah, this does have to do with the reconciliation of a partnership of some sort. I'm going to say possibly former partnership, because in this card, it's not... In the After Tarot, it's not like it is in the regular Rider-Waite. These people are literally hugging each other after some sort of dispute or event. It feels like a card of healing and forgiveness. Clarify the Three of Swords with the Two of Wands as the block. Eight of Cups. Whatever happened in the past, somebody might have had to walk away. If it was someone walking away from you, it's quite possible that they're looking now maybe at the ramifications of their actions. Or maybe they're kind of getting a glimpse of what it was that they left behind. This could also just be about the need to leave these emotions that have been in the past in the past. You've already walked away from the past, right? Like, the past is no longer actually present. It's an emotional memory. And there's really a need to make a choice to let that go so you can move into the future to actually receive something of worth. Whether it's from this person, whether it's from a new person, a new situation, a new job, whatever. Clarify the Five of Pentacles and Justice reversed. We have the Ten of Cups. So yeah, subconsciously I do feel like you're craving that happy ending for yourself. I think you really desire it. I think you really want it. Probably more than you've ever wanted anything, if I'm going to be honest with how much it's showing up in this reading. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Clarifying the Three of Wands, by the way. I feel like some of you might feel as if you've been waiting for this forever. Or as if the wheel was never going to turn, as if change was never going to come, but change has been happening the whole time. Clarify the King of Swords and the Moon, please. Yeah, Eight of Wands and King of Wands. I think you might be anticipating communication or forward movement. Clarify the Fool. Clarify the Nine of Wands in reverse. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. So we have the Knight of Swords clarifying the Fool, something coming in very, very quickly. It's a very big leap of faith to be taken. And then with the Nine of Wands in reverse is the Queen of Cups in reverse. Maybe someone no longer feels the need to protect their emotions. And with the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Emperor. Somebody really, really stepping up into their power, their integrity, their responsibility, their truth. It reflects somebody showing up proper, but also showing up in control. Let's clarify the Six of Cups, the Chariot, and the Nine of Pentacles down in your emotions. We have Death. I knew it was going to show up. Oh, it was so funny because the Dragon Leer was the first card. And this kind of looks like a little dragon being fought off. We have Death. We have the Nine of Swords. And we have Strength. Yeah, I feel like emotionally the memories that you have of the past, they no longer really inflict pain. I feel like the things that used to keep you up at night no longer do, but I also think it's because there's this newfound independence within you. I really do feel like you've garnered a lot of strength and courage in the things that you've faced. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Tower, and the Artist. King of Pentacles, so this person definitely does not feel secure or on top of their game. The Hanged Man in reverse, they're being forced out of stagnancy by the world because they have to complete a long overdue cycle. Possibly a toxic. Eight of Pentacles, and they really need to get to work on building the life of their dreams. That's why this is happening for them. They've been dreaming for way too long and now it's time to implement action. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Temperance, so whatever this offer is, it's going to bring in balance. Clarify the Three of Cups, or yeah, Three of Cups. Two of Pentacles. There might be some, you know, what are we going to do here, weighing the pros and cons. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles, so that's working hard towards something that is very long-lasting and stable. Clarify the Five of Swords in reverse. We have the Moon. Three of Swords reversed. And then the Nine of Cups. Like I was saying, there really is a need to not... If we want to move forward in this and we want to have a new beginning, you have to drop the past. You have to drop what happened. You have to let it go. And I mean, a lot of people out there might be like, you know, I'm never letting that go. Okay, then move on. Like, go move into something else that's new for you and find bliss and find happiness in that. But if this is something that you're hoping to, like, reconcile here, then you're going to have to let the pain of the past go because it simply is a memory at this point. It was just something that happened. It is not what is happening right now. Clarify the Knight of Swords and the Sun. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's going to be a lot of forward movement to whatever this like happiness is and this stability and this joy. With the King of Cups. This might be with a, come on, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I mean, with the Moon showing up, I really wouldn't be surprised if it was a water sign. We have Judgment here. And then we have the Six of Cups. I do believe that there's going to be a reconciliation with somebody from your past. And I do think that it might involve some form of an investment if you're looking at business or, you know, something along those lines. But if you're looking at a relationship, then it definitely has to do with some form of commitment. But I feel like you really have to implement some changes here. Yeah, Ace of Wands, so you can pursue this passionately. Four of Wands, beautiful. Celebration coming together, but you have to do it the right way. You've really got to do it the right way. I'm like, let me see how much time I have left. Cool, 3 minutes. Okay, so let's see some final clarifiers here for Sagittarius. What's happening for Sagittarius? Funny. So we have Drunken Sailor in reverse, Dumpster, Lounge Chair, Vomit. So I do feel like somebody might be possibly verbally unleashing. But also I feel like in the process of them doing that, you're just going to be kind of like kicked back and just like taking it in and be like, because in this person's, in the face, in this character, they're smiling. Like they're enjoying watching what's happening. And with this anticipation of communication here, I really feel like you know that this is coming. You're very aware of this. And then we have Wings. Because I feel like this is going to be a very positive thing. Majestic Whale. I always mess up with that card. I do feel like that there's going to be some deep feelings that are exposed. Wild Woman. That could possibly have you really being like your most authentic self when this comes up. I feel like a message is definitely on its way to you, and I feel like there's going to be a chance for either a new beginning or a reconciliation within a previous relationship. If it's not that, it could be something new on the horizon with somebody who does feel like family to you, or something that just feels known. You can feel very close to them. If this is about an opportunity, you have an opportunity to reconcile with that opportunity of the past, or continue working on it in a different way that is more suitable to your needs and your desires and your dreams. But there is a feeling of rebuilding here, so just do what you can. Let it go. Accept what's coming in. This is here for a reason, and it's something you wanted for a very long time. So if this is something you actually value and cherish, then just do the work. And if you do the work, everything else will show up. And if you do the work, and it's the same old shit again, you can just leave. At least you know you tried. Okay, Sagittarius, thanks for joining in. Really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next month.